One of the most important parts of being an effective Relay for Life campus leader is having strong chapter meetings. Your meetings should be exciting, they should be mission oriented, and they should be productive. This training will help teach you how to be an effective leader and create a meeting environment where everybody feels like they can be a part of the ACS mission and leaves the meeting feeling what they're doing is positively contributing to the goals and missions of the American Cancer Society. We will be achieving this by going through each step of the meeting process, starting with before the meeting, then going through the content of the meeting, and finishing with after the meeting. Before the meeting, you want to make sure that volunteers have all of the information necessary to be able to attend the meeting on time. That means the date, the location, the time, and anything that anyone has to do before, like maybe wearing pink for a Pink Week meeting, needs to be communicated clearly to everybody who's attending the meeting. In addition, we want as many people to attend our meeting as possible, so advertise by posting flyers around campus and on social media. Do anything that you can to communicate the importance of this meeting to your campus. For high schools, this can mean loudspeaker announcements or email blasts. And for college, this could mean getting on to other listservs of other organizations. And for both, it means posting consistently on social media. Finally, you want to make sure that you have an RSVP list. This will allow you to make sure your room is the right size, set up any audio-visual if you need it, and prepare the right number of handouts for each meeting. Arrive early and make sure everything is working properly. Presentation. During the meeting, you want to make sure that you include certain things in your presentation, such as the opening with an icebreaker activity so that your members get a chance to know each other. You also want to make sure to introduce whoever is speaking during the meeting, which is most likely your leadership team. During the presentation, refer to visuals to keep your volunteers engaged. A good example of this would just be a PowerPoint slide deck with a consistent theme and the Relay for Life brand logo on every slide. Take attendance so you can keep track of your members and note any new additions. Most importantly, be an engaging speaker. Strong public speaking skills, energy, and passionate enthusiasm for ACS are essential to leading an effective meeting. Content. Start the content of your meeting with a table of contents in your presentation so that your volunteers know what to expect during the meeting and can follow along easily. You also want to make sure you include mission moments, which can be as simple as an ACS promotional video, to remind your members what they are fighting for and provide them with an educational opportunity. As the meeting develops, prioritize ending discussions and presentations with actionable items. Your volunteers should leave the meeting knowing very specifically what they should be doing to further the mission of your chapter. Sometimes all people need is a little direction, and they can become superstar volunteers. If and when your club succeeds, celebrate during your meeting and call out volunteers who are especially valuable to success. Positive reinforcement is one of the most consistently effective ways of motivating volunteers. Next, if time allows, try to include some interactive activities, such as advocacy or letters to Hope Lodge, throughout your meeting to get your participants moving and more involved. The Campus Relay website has a whole calendar of year-round activities to jumpstart activity planning. Last but not least, try to pass out a handout at the beginning of the meeting, covering all the general information you will cover in case anybody has to leave early and wants to be able to walk away with some idea of what they have missed. After the meeting, make sure to make yourself available for questions, especially if you have a larger club. This is an important way of making sure that anyone who's not comfortable speaking in a large group has a chance to participate in the process. Also, be sure to celebrate any impact that you've made during the meeting. The work that you're doing is essential to the mission of the American Cancer Society, and you and the volunteers in your chapter need to know that. So celebrate any work you did in a mission or engagement activity, celebrate your movement towards your goal, and make sure people know the progress that you're making. As quickly as you can following the meeting, make sure you send out an email to everybody who attended and anybody who missed it with a summary of what you discussed, any immediate action items that your volunteers agreed to, and the slide deck that you included in your meeting. This will ensure that everybody is on the same page moving forward and ready for the next meeting that you have scheduled in that email. Close. With all of this information, you'll be very well prepared to have the best meeting you can and promote the mission of the American Cancer Society to the best of your ability and the ability of your volunteers.